Chris Ingham and the grooming allegations.
Chris Ingham, well, he's a fucking creep.
This video is a message to Chris Ingham.
Well, Chris Ingham
drama.
That Chris Ingham is
Chris Ingham.
with the Chris Ingham situation.
Have I ever done anything that could be classed as sexually grooming somebody? No. Hell no.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as many of you know, we have been keeping an eye on Chris Ingham's amazing super duper forum of dreams over at the Escape the Matrix portal. However, ever so lately, it has become eerily quiet over there, so much so I was starting to get a little bit bored, you know. It was like nothing happening at all. Between the dates of the 28th of October and the 9th of November, in fact, not one single post was made on the forum at all. Chris has gone AWOL, 12 whole days, and then this happened and everything sprung back to life. This forum member posted, "I hope this post doesn't come across in any negative form, as it isn't my intention. I kind of expected more from this group, especially paying £10 monthly. I very rarely see any sort of help or strategies out here. I kind of expected this to be a place where something would be uploaded at least once a week to expand on knowledge on this subject. Maybe I'm expecting too much, I don't know." So, oh, how I laughed. I did. I absolutely giggled the hell out of myself. I thought it was the best thing in the world, really, honestly. I know, I'm easily amused, aren't I? Sorry. It was funny. And Chris did not hesitate to get back in touch because, he didn't want to lose the faith of all his £10 per month subscribers. "Hey, you're not expecting too much. I'm so sorry. I have most certainly been lagging. Lagging? I think he means lacking or slacking. I don't know. Anyway, I am being pulled a million ways at the moment and struggling to keep up with it all. But I'm back on this properly from tonight. So please expect some goodness coming every single day from now on. It's important to keep the momentum going properly, especially in the run-up to Christmas when money is ripe for the taking. Much appreciated with your patience and your time too." So Chris has been slacking ever so slightly, and he admits it. I'm glad he's shown his face, because I thought he was dead or something. I'm so relieved to know that he's well and good and ready and ripe. So yeah. And yes, he was true to his word. That very same evening, he put up the following inspirational post. "Good evening, everyone. How are we all? So, I am aware of a growing silence within this group." Yeah, he's noticed that there's no posts whatsoever going on. Whatsoever. Which is fine, no one needs to constantly interact, but I do want to check in with everyone and see how everyone is doing. This time of year is not only full of opportunity, but it's also full of fear and worry, mostly about not having enough money, but also about failing trying to get money. I'll be honest. All I think about is making money. I don't sleep because I'm constantly thinking about the next way to make money. I think it's the only way you can truly make money is if you eat, sleep and breathe it. Well, that's very interesting, Christopher, because I was under the impression that once you were out of the Matrix, you didn't have to do any work at all. You could just sit back and watch the money flow into your bank account with very little work whatsoever. In fact, that is one of your major selling points about leaving the matrix with you, is that we can just sit there and watch the money flow with very little input at all. Isn't that right, Chris? Isn't that right? But no, you've just said here you don't even sleep because you just have to be thinking about money all the time. You eat, sleep, drink money and everything else. And I've got to say, as much as I personally love money, right, I will do a lot of things for money. I don't really care, but it sounds a very exhausting lifestyle. I'm just going to put it out there. It sounds exhausting, right? And it sounds a very, very unhealthy way to live. And I would not recommend to anybody that all you think about is how to make more money. I don't recommend that whatsoever, because it's not very healthy for your little minions to be thinking about that, is it? No, it's not. It just isn't. So in that spirit, I am going to share my top motivational videos that you must watch before you become rich, all of which are hugely inspiring and help to frame anyone's minds into the right ways of being to become rich. So Chris is going to share with us his top motivational videos, which I personally can't wait to find out what these actually are. You know, I'm sure they're motivational by hugely motivational people, and you know, like Chris himself, I guess. But his first one, let's kick it off with an inspiration of my own, Andrew Tate. So he links an Andrew Tate video, and that is just absolutely unbelievable that he would actually have the gall to throw out Andrew Tate inspirations to a bunch of women in his group, because let's face it, most of the people in his group are women, and most of the people in his group, if they have any sense or if they know who Andrew Tate is, will not appreciate being given Tate as their role model, right, Chris? Words actually fail me about your stupidity. You may think that you know a lot about business, but you do not know a lot about people or anything, right? I'm sorry, but you don't. Andrew Tate is an alleged, I've got to say alleged, rapist and human trafficker and multiple rapist, and you know, he's up for many charges, but obviously he's very, very innocent according to Chris. Because we mustn't forget this infamous screenshot here. Somebody said knowing he's a rapist and human trafficker isn't enough, and Chris says he's neither of those things. That's a 100% fact. If you truly believe the mainstream media, then there's no helping you though. So I've worked it out. Chris believes that Andrew Tate is innocent of all these charges because it's a mainstream media hoax or something that they've made up. And it makes an awful lot of sense, because what did the mainstream media do to Chris? There was a lot of allegations against Chris, you know, in newspapers such as these, and they called him things that he may not think he is, and they have made his life a living hell, along with a lot of other people. But the media reported on it, and he doesn't like them. It makes an awful lot of sense as to why he wouldn't like the mainstream media. But the main point here is that he is he's throwing out all this Andrew Tate stuff to his group full of women who should fear people like Andrew Tate, and do fear people like Andrew Tate, because people like Andrew Tate actually cause women an awful lot of problems in life, right? And Chris, I don't know, are you like him? Are you aspiring to be an Andrew Tate? Because he is a bully, he's a misogynist, he is a rapist, and he's all these things, right? And no matter how many times you say he's not, I think you'll find that most, if not all, of the allegations are probably true. And even if the stronger allegations are a little bit iffy, we've seen all the clips that he himself has put out, not the mainstream media. He has put out these clips of himself talking about things, about his personal views. And yeah, they weren't curated by the mainstream media. They were curated by himself. So if he wanted himself to come across as this amazingly horrible, misogynist, disgusting man, then that was, job done by himself. And I hope he rots in prison for the rest of his life. And that's the way that you could be going too, Chris, if you don't buck your ideas up, Anyway, that was just a little bit of information which I came across that I found rather interesting from his group. I'll keep my eyes and ears peeled for any future information that we can dissect together. And until next time, please give this video a massive thumbs up, comment all your thoughts about this down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Until next time, take care of yourselves, have a brilliant day, take care, and bye bye.